It's Paul with Cruise Planners Getaway Gang coming at you on Friday, May 15th, 2020. It is a beautiful day here in Southern California. Spring has settled in after a very cold winter and then a very weird hot early spring. We're finally having some lovely weather, so I am sitting out back recording today and enjoying this lovely sunny day. So I'm coming at you today with some thoughts on summer travel in 2020. Will there be summer travel in 2020? What will that look like? We just don't know. I think there's a lot of unanswered questions yet, and people may not all agree on what it's going to look like, what people will be doing, what will be happening. But one thing's for sure, expect changes from the norm. We are definitely all stir crazy. We all want to take a trip, even if it's just to the next state over, to the campground, to a state park, anything. And things are starting to open in phases, in different ways, with social distancing, with masks, but things are starting to open. But of course, we are all still a bit cautious. It's that catch-22, that weird balance of being cautious and being about to lose your mind from not being able to go anywhere. So I think a lot of people are still planning trips further down the line and are being a little more cautious about traveling in the summer of 2020. If you do get out, I think it's going to be on a shorter trip, a domestic trip for sure, and I think it's going to feel last minute. And I think hotels that may be opening and even airlines are kind of expecting people to make last minute decisions that just are based on what's going on, because as we've seen, things change each and every day. One thing is for sure, cleanliness will be king. Obviously, we've all been washing our hands. I wash my hands so much in the last couple months that they've become dry and chapped, and I've had to do a constant back and forth between washing and moisturizing, washing, moisturizing. So we all know the importance of cleanliness and hygiene, but we're going to be hearing a lot more about it in the travel industry. Airlines, tour operators, hotels, even cruise lines further down the line, you're going to be hearing more and more evangelizing from them about what they're doing to keep you safe, to keep the ship or the hotel or the venue clean, to keep distancing, safe distancing on an airline or on a cruise ship. What's that going to look like? In a hotel, we may see folks that really would prefer to book an Airbnb or a VRBO as opposed to staying in a hotel, just because it sort of lowers that circle of people that you may be exposed to. Of course, we can all expect to be wearing masks on airplanes and in other places just as sort of an extra layer of protection. What it boils down to is we need to weigh safety versus fun. And I think we're definitely weighted more towards that safety side right now. So we need to just be able to feel comfortable before getting out and traveling. And cleanliness on a corporate level will be a big part of that. I think summer 2020 will definitely be road trip time. And even if it's later in the summer, I think gas prices are going to stay down. People, as I mentioned, they want to stay close to home. They want to go to drivable, domestic, regional experiences and vacation points. They're not going to be taking international trips. There's 94% less air travel now than there was before COVID-19, and you can't even legally, per state department mandate, leave the country on an international trip right now, and I don't think you probably will for most, if not all, of the rest of the summer. So domestic, drivable road trips, they're going to be something that really comes back. Tour companies are even helping offer customizable road trips and experiences. And the other consideration is simply one of affordability. The economy is down. A lot of us are in a financial pinch. So it's not just about safety or comfort. It's about affordability. And a short road trip to a close but fun location would definitely be much more affordable. Kind of continuing on that same thought, I think the great outdoors are where we're going to spend a lot of time. We're obviously all tired of being cooped up. Just me being outside today raises my spirit. So as we push our boundaries out, take a short little trip, I think we might be looking at dusting off the RV out in the garage, or renting a camper and going to a state park or a national park, or things that may offer an opportunity for a close by trip with some distance as they start to open. And they are going to open in phases, so be prepared. I talked to my agency partner Eddie about this yesterday, about how we wouldn't be the first person to just be at the gate the day that a park opened or a campground opened, because it is going to be a little crazy. We are going to have to get used to crowds and how we can't really be packed in like that anymore. So it's going to affect the way that we experience a park or a campground. We may want to consider a spa or a wellness retreat, anything that can help restore our mental health as well as our physical health. The good news is if things do look positive, or you do want to spread your wings a little bit and maybe take a domestic air trip, is that air prices, air tickets will continue to be competitively priced. They're going to offer bonuses to frequent flyers, whether that be extra mileage. They're going to continue to offer flexible change policies in case things do change on a dime, which they certainly can these days. So that's good news. If you do want to take a short little jaunt later in the summer, Stephanie and I have talked about possibly, depending on how things look, for instance, hopping a plane to Anchorage and up to Barrow, Alaska, to try to catch the northern lights late in the summer, early in the fall. And so things like that, we're hoping to be able to do that, and I know you might want to as well if you're not looking for just something really close to home. And again, it'll just really depend on how the summer plays out with new cases and the curve of COVID-19. Regardless, we're looking, I think, for transformational travel. We've been locked up by ourselves or with a very close circle of people for a long time, and we miss our close friends and we miss our family that we haven't seen. And any kind of experience that we can share with our family and friends will be a good experience for us, especially our mental state of mind. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we're looking further and further out for those more bucket list trips. And there are some deals to be had right now. Those who want to take a trip that they wouldn't dream of in 2020, or maybe they were going to take it, they needed to push it out. We're looking at 2021. People are asking us about 2022, and I'm even seeing 2023 open up from some vendors for people that are really looking to get that trip on the books, to have that experience to look forward to. And that's okay too. Even if you don't get out this summer, plan ahead. Plan a trip. Think about the excitement that can bring, even if it's just a little further out on the horizon. Regardless of what you end up doing travel-wise this summer, whether it's taking a road trip, planning a trip further out, we just ask that you stay safe and be wise. If you do venture out, please respect local laws and regulations, and we just want you to stay healthy. Share your comment with us. Are you going on a trip this summer? What are you planning on doing? Leave a comment, join our Facebook VIP group, give us a like on YouTube. We love talking travel with you guys and look forward to seeing you again next week. Have a great weekend, and we will talk to you next Tuesday with Travel Talk with Paul and Ed.